And now, Beth Shelburne, R.D. Saul. This is the News at 10.
For the first time this year, a baby is surrendered under the Massachusetts Safe Haven law. Now there's a push to reaffirm that soon-to-expire measure.
Our top story tonight, a newborn is surrendered in eastern Massachusetts. It's the 5th time the state's Safe Haven law has worked. Good evening. The Massachusetts Baby Safe Haven law was enacted in 2004 to prevent the abandonment of newborns by their parents. With now 5 babies surrendered in just over 2 years, it is arguably the most successful safe haven law in the nation.
But the measure is set to expire next year, so advocates are pushing now to reaffirm it. NECN's Stephen Iandoli is in Lexington, Massachusetts tonight with more. Stephen?
RD, the Baby Safe Haven law was put into effect to allow parents to turn over newborn babies to safe places rather than allowing them to suffer or die, no questions asked or judgment passed. Well, tonight, the 2 co-founders still found themselves pitching their case to allow the law to stay in effect. The Baby Safe Haven law allows mothers of newborns to drop their babies off at police and fire stations or hospitals within 7 days of birth, no questions asked. Supporters believe one of the only issues with the law is the public's lack of awareness.
One of the things we're going to propose tonight is getting some signs. There's been some signs that have been donated, and put some signs right here in our own town in Lexington.
The co-founders of Baby Safe Haven New England, Jean and Michael Morrissey, appeared before the Lexington Board of Selectmen Monday night to help keep the law on the books past the scheduled June 2008 sunset clause takes effect, essentially putting the law on hold while lawmakers study its impact.
With any legislation, there's got to be some type of I'll say resistance to it, and that's good for introspection and inspection of that law to make sure that all of the information in it is proper.
Since the Baby Safe Haven law took effect in October of 2004, there have been 5 newborn babies turned over to authorities in Massachusetts. The first newborn baby to be turned over in 2007 happened within the past 6 weeks in eastern Massachusetts.
As we always have done, we don't give exact dates or locations, and that's more so that the next woman isn't afraid that she's going to be on the front page of the paper the next day.
We say for every 1 baby that's been surrendered, that's 100% success. That's the way we look at it.
Credited with being one of the more successful states utilizing the law, some say Massachusetts would be even more successful if more people were aware of it, perhaps even saving the life of the newborn found dead in a garbage truck in Milford in January.
We actually believe that with just one more amendment, the inclusion of 911 responders as a baby safe haven, that we literally have one of the best laws in the country.
From Lexington, the Morrisseys will take their cause and the John Tobin resolution, which is named after the Boston City Councilor who filed it, on the road to 365 cities and towns around Massachusetts for similar votes to keep the law on the books. In Lexington, Mass., I'm Stephen Iandoli, NECN.
And was there a vote in Lexington tonight, Stephen?
Actually, RD, at 8:55 p.m. Monday night, the Morrisseys told me that there was a vote, and they voted unanimously to keep it on the books. So the sunset clause will not go into effect in Lexington, that is.
Stephen Iandoli in Lexington tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Baby Safe Haven announcing that a baby has been successfully turned over to them, the first of 2007. The group only releasing that the baby girl's name is Sylvia and that she's doing well. Sylvia is the 5th baby surrendered under the Safe Haven law since 2004. One of the group's co-founders saying Massachusetts Safe Haven law is one of the best in the country.
We actually have one of the best baby safe haven programs anywhere in the country. We've had a very high success ratio. On top of the 5 safe surrenders, there's been almost 30 women that use the hotline to go into either parenting or counseled into full adoption plans. No other state has that kind of record.
Baby Safe Haven allows mothers to anonymously surrender newborns at any hospital, police, or fire station. Organizers hope to add 911 emergency responders to the list of those who can accept a surrendered newborn.